welcome to another episode of the Vagabond's Roadside Cooking Show. Now, normally I'd show you how to prepare a skunk, because there's usually lots of those on the roadside, and nobody wants them, so it's real easy pickings. But I'm in Newfoundland. There aren't any skunks. So, over here, we're going to use Snyder's 3 cheese jalapeno sausages, because I like them hot. So you want tinfoil, lots of tinfoil. Lots of layers of tinfoil, at least 3, because you want to keep the engine grease off your food, right? So, you want at least 3 layers. Here's the sausages. You want to make sure you take your sausages and poke them full of holes with your handy knife. You have a knife in your van, right? You always have a knife in your vehicle. A fork will do if you don't have a knife, but if you're a vagabond living in your van, you need a fork or a knife. Now, you want to make sure you don't accidentally poke any holes in your tinfoil. I did, so I'm going to add a couple more layers, because that's a bad thing. You don't want grease from your sausages getting on the engine, because that catches fire. And you don't want grease from the engine getting on your sausages, because that tastes awful. Throw in your stir fry, get it all together into the tinfoil there, and if you got a bit of butter or margarine or cooking oil, you can just add a little bit. You don't want to add too much, because you don't want it dripping all over the place, right? We're going to be real careful about drippings, because they can catch on fire. That's a bad thing when you're driving down the road. And then you can add your favorite seasonings, and you can just sprinkle them on there. Now, I don't have butter, so that's why one of the reasons I poked holes in the sausages is because it lets some of the grease out, and then you can use the grease from the sausages. Now I'm putting on some garlic and cayenne pepper just because I like it hot, hot, hot. Okay, ready to go. That smells good already. Now, when you're wrapping it up, you want to wrap up the sides first. Like this. Don't worry about how many layers of tinfoil you got, because that won't be a problem. Aluminum is real good at heat conducting, and you don't want any leaks. So wrap it up with the food at the bottom, because that's where all the heat's going to be. Okay, let's go load her up. Now, remember what I told you in previous esipodes. Make sure the engine's off when you do this part, because there's like moving parts in here and stuff, and it can like suck you into the engine, really hurt you. And these wires here, yeah, they got like 50,000 volts on them and stuff, and so you want to watch out for them. And also remember, this is the intake that gets cold. This is the exhaust. That's the part that gets hot. That's the part that does all the cooking. And you want to watch out for things like radiator fans. I don't have that problem, so I'm going to tuck it in here. And if you need to, you can get some more tinfoil and wedge it in there to make things fit better. But you want to get it right against the engine manifold if you can. Okay, I found a pretty sweet spot right there. I don't think it's going anywhere. It's not touching any rad fans or anything like that. If you need to, you can stuff some more tinfoil around to keep it from moving around too much. And now, if you paid any attention in the school of Vagabond, you all know that you always have wet wipes in your vehicle. Because when you're doing this, you want to be real careful not to poke any holes in the tinfoil, but you also wind up getting a lot of grease in your hands. That's where wet wipes come in handy. And as you know, you always have wet wipes in your van. You're going to be thankful, because later on too, you also got to do some unmentionables, you know, once you're done processing that food and stuff, right? When you're living in your van, you're going to be real thankful you got wet wipes with you, right? Okay, let's go for a drive. And if you caught previous esipodes of the Vagabond's Guide, you know that when you're living in your van, you always have lots of water handy. Well, keep that water handy in case you have a stove fire, okay? Because then you can put it out and save your home on wheels. So as you're driving down the road, you want to keep your eyes and ears open for certain things, you know, like smoke. Smoke could be a bad thing. It could mean you got a stovetop fire, or it could just mean that your lunch is just about done. You also want to keep an eye on things like engine temperature, because that could mean if it's going up, you may have like lost your lunch and it's gone into the rad, or jammed the fan, or if you lose your air conditioning, because there's a fan on the air conditioning too. So keep an eye open for that, and you want to listen for odd sounds like thunk, 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 thunk in your engine compartment and stuff, you know. And don't forget to check the owner's manual of your vehicle. You may be voiding some manufacturer's warranties by cooking on the engine. And you know those rental cars you get? Don't cook on the engine of those. They get real mad at you when you do that. Okay, so I drove about an hour. Now, if you hit the sweet spot, this thing's gonna be real hot, so watch your fingers. Now here's a little trick the Vagabond will show you. If you don't have gloves, you got these little ears. Pull them up, give it a second, and that'll cool them right off. It's aluminum, so it cools real quick. And then pull it out of there real careful like. Let's take a look. The veggies could use some more doing, but the sausages look nice. Oh yeah, perfect. So now you want to find someplace real pretty to sit down and have your supper. Now, I've been told that cooking and eating out of aluminum kind of gives you like Alzheimer's and stuff. I haven't found any side effects myself, but maybe you find some, so you may or may not want to do this. So you can eat out of the aluminum if you want, or you can put it in your plate, or you can do this. And that makes it real easy. As my friend Shan says, nothing makes the mouth water like the smell of olive oil and motor oil. Now, don't forget, wash your hands. That's what the wet wipes are for, right? Come on now, where's your manners? Wash your hands down before dinner, find someplace pretty, and enjoy the benefits of living the vagabond life. I'm here at the Man on the Mountain just outside of Corner Brook, Newfoundland.